Hello, my fellow YouTube believers in Nibiru and things and other government cover-ups and such. I'm just here to show you some things I picked up on Friday. I didn't have time to shoot the video out, but here we go. I've got some captures of them, and I'll hit the play button here and show you what we're picking up. If you watch right here in the middle of the screen, speeding up a little bit through that. There we are. Don't know what that is. Still don't know if it's a lensing system or if that's the actual planet we're seeing there. But definitely, as you can see, the clouds are obscuring it. And it'll go back and forth. There you go again. More clouds obscuring it. It's out in front of it. Lens flares are in front of objects, not behind them. There we are again. As you can see, you can still see it back there. It's slightly behind those clouds. You can see it bleeding through. And day after day I pick these up on, well, not day after day, it's because right now they have the skies pretty screwed up in Alaska. There you go, there's another picture of it. You know, you see just half of it. Where's the other half if it's a lens flare? Should be another half of it right here. But there is not. And there we are. Just let it go frame by frame now. I've shown you what you need to see. There it is. More clouds in front of it. Clouds in front of it. And there it is, floating through the sky, slowly vanishing away. There for quite a while. Just keeps going. Like you see the clouds pass in front of it, behind, you know, side it. And then miraculously within just 10 minutes the entire sky cloud's over. Still just don't get that. You can see where we're at. You can see the time, the date. Like I said, on Friday I didn't have time to sit down and actually make the video. I skipped through the cameras real quick and caught some images, and I have some fresh ones I found for you this morning. But you'll like what they've done to the sky, where you see the nice blue back here in the background. I'll show you where that's not the case today, just about anywhere. Alright, there's the same object I just showed you, but you can see the craters in that rotating as it clicks. You can see them moving. I just think it's getting closer. I've been filming this for months now, and it just gets brighter, it seems, week after week. And I've had some videos in the past here where it's just illuminated just about as well as the moon is. There we go, now it's clicking backwards. You can see it rotating. Lens flares don't rotate. The dots don't move across the screen as the object goes. Like, you can see them. Watch it. Follow it. See? There we are. See them? It rotates off the other row on the other side. I just don't understand how a lens flare rotates. Alright, another camera angle here that I had caught something. And right here it is what I'm picking up. And I believe this is part of, Jeff P does a great job on it. But these are what he says is like a lens array. It's using to obscure the light for the planet. And I believe he's correct, because he's finding these same anomalies on other cameras around the world. I haven't seen him do much with these cameras, but I'm finding the same thing that he is. And it just comes to a conclusion that, you know, one person finds it, well, it can be just an anomaly or something on one set of cameras. But then when you have people time after time and after time again find it on other cameras around the world, then it stops being an anomaly. Then there's some truth, fact to it. It's just they're not telling us what it is. And right here we go again. This is another camera angle from Friday afternoon. Or Friday morning, whatever time it was I clipped these. I've been doing so much work on the house, it's hard to keep track of time. I just thought it was time to get a video out there showing you that this hasn't disappeared. My other videos weren't flukes. As you can see it here, plain as day. I mean, not quite plain as day, but you can tell there's an object there of some sort. And it doesn't move at the rate or the speed the sun does as if the lens flares. Look at how quick the lens flares move across the screen in comparison to that object. So that's where I just don't understand Oh, that lens flare, lens flare. No, that's all anybody can ever say is that's a lens flare. Well, I've proven it's not now, I believe. And we were flipping cameras here again. And we'll watch as it goes frame by frame. There you are. I think what's that now? Up to 4 cameras that we've seen the same object on. Clouds going in front of it. At least that lens flares don't say. And then within 10 minutes, the sky just casts over. Where all the clouds come from all of a sudden in 10 minutes. And you see the ripples in the sky. I'm starting to believe that as other believers is that's HARP. That when it starts reacting with the chemicals they've sprayed in the sky, it causes that rippling motion, almost like waves, is the atmosphere is being superheated by a microwave energy weapon of some sort. Maybe not, not even a weapon, it's just, I'm sure they use it for one. I've seen one on the History Channel take out cruise missiles before as they were showing you their new things that they were talking about mounting one on the one at front of Air Force One. And there we go, we're done with that video, so let's close this out. And I'll go with what I've seen today. And today I haven't seen that planet, but I'm going to show you what the sky looks like. Alaska and in Canada. And some of the cameras are actually just, I'm guessing, 300-400 miles from where I'm at. But I'm going to click through these frame by frame and just show you real quick here what the skies are looking like. This is pretty much everywhere. This one here is all obscured. Just red shadows, red clouds, red haze, and everybody says that's normal. Well, that's just a sunset. Well, I think we're being brainwashed. Was growing up in that, I don't ever remember the brilliant colors that we're getting from the sunrises and sunsets. And this is that haze I was talking about. You can see there's no clouds there, but it's just everything's got like this white sheen, almost like a see-through projector screen that you'd have at school. You can see the light come through it, but it kind of obscures everything behind it. It just, every camera finds like this. We'll click over here to this one. And this is perfect example. This is the clouds here, but there's just like this haze or this white sheen, I keep calling it. And we'll go through the frames and you see as the clouds move in, go by, but everything's just blah. All distorted. You can just see it in the sky. Whatever they've sprayed, it's starting to get enough of it up there that it's just staying. I think that's why around here the spraying's starting to slow. They've put so much of it up there that it's just becoming part of the atmosphere. That it's always going to be there. They're pretty much accomplishing what they always wanted to. See, here's another camera. And these I can show you. This one here's in Canada. This one here was in Alaska. I believe this one here is also in Alaska, right on the borders of Canada and Alaska. And this one here is also in Canada. And as you see, just that haze I keep talking about. You can just see it back there. Watch it as the sun comes up, see? You can just see the haze. And you can never see the sun clearly. It's just a big blob. And these are present time. This is today, Tuesday. And the anomaly, everybody says it's just from the sun, but I find it to be very interesting, are these triangles. When I first started watching these cameras months ago, and I never thought nothing of them as just a lens flare coming from the reflection of the sun onto the camera, but what I'm finding is interesting is when I first started watching it, these triangles that were in the middle of the screen were about the size of this lens flare here. They're about half the size of what they are. And it seems as time passes, these just keep getting larger and larger and larger. Before, like I said, follow the cursor a little bit, it was about like this. You know, a little one about half the size. And now it's taking up a third of the screen. And it doesn't move, it just stays there, so I don't understand. It's a secondary reflection, camera's behind another lens. You know, like if you're shooting something from inside your car and through the window, you can get secondary lens flares that don't move like they should because your car window's not moving, the camera's moving. So the lens flare always stays stationary with the window. And these I just haven't figured out yet. Here, we'll go to another camera. Last one for today. I gotta start painting a house this morning. But here you are, just looks like blue skies, but the sun completely and totally obscured. And this is almost every sunrise or sunset. It'll come up, the clouds will disappear as it goes through the sky a lot of times here. And then, yeah, this is the size of the normal triangles that I'm talking about. On this camera, it's still the same. But it just seems to be getting larger. Larger, larger, larger. You can see you can't see anything. There's just a film, a haze. You can see where the chemtrails are still being dropped. You see all the streams as the atmosphere grabs it, and the streams and the air currents just string it along. It breaks off and just strings and turns into that haze that I show you, like on this camera here. Just how you see that in the background, how everything's just I call it blah. That's what this is accomplishing right here, which makes it impossible for you to see anything that might be happening or they're doing up there. Well, that's the information for today, fellow believers. Be prepared, be safe, and God bless.